Everyone, this is Ram. In this video, I'm going to discuss about first house and its important role in astrology. Generally, the learners in astrology, I observed that they are giving importance to second and 11th in order to check their wealth, because without wealth and money matters we can't sustain in this earth planet, that I can understand. And seventh house, some people check because of marriage is important, and some checks 10th house, that is important, but they are ignoring another house which also important, including all these houses, second, 11th, and 7th. I can agree with you that the second, 11th, 7th, these are important, but first house also you should check in order to find out some important things about your life. Let's discuss about what are those important things about your life. First point is your health. Now you'll ask me if health is represented by, indicated by sixth house. Yes, sixth house is a important house for health, but I check your first house also, because first house is resistance power of individual. See, what kind of health problem you will get not only important, how many days you will suffer with it is very important thing, very dangerous thing. Because uh, let's say somebody, two people, okay, A and B. A having strong first house but weak sixth house, and B have both first and sixth houses are weak. Then if both have in the same hospital and they are suffering with fever, okay, then I predict a person will suffer fever very less days when compared with B. Let's say if B will suffer 10 days, then A will suffer only 2 days, because of his resistance power, and so that he will come out of that pain as soon as possible. So with he will face only few days only, because of his first house strong. So if the first house is very strong, then whatever the obstacles you will get in your life, that is ruled by sixth house, like health problems, any obstacles, because of your first house, strong first house, you will overcome very soon when compared with the individual whose first house is weak. I will discuss about how to check first house is how to check first house also later part of this video. So I consider health. I consider first house as a house of health also, because if even you will suffer, even you will get some health issue, your body can uh, your body can overcome it very soon. That is very important thing. I can say about first house, first point. And second point is your overall your overall strength of your horoscope, general strength of your horoscope, I would say simply. Because uh, if any house in your, like let's say, like like first point, I mean, like health example. In that example, as like I said, one individual have uh, sixth house is weak but first house is very strong. Likewise, if in your chart any house is weak and your first house is very strong, then believe me, that first house lord will nullify at least 10% of that house negative things, negative effects. Let's say, I will give you very good example. Let's say somebody, one individual born in middle class family or lower middle class family, let's say, but because then we can understand that his second house is weak, because family assets are weak, family assets are so, but his first house is, let's say his first house is very strong. Okay, then what happens? He is strong. His first house, the body is strong, his common sense is strong. Because first house is also common sense, that I will discuss later. So then what happens? He will, he himself will earn lot of money and he will become rich later part of his life. Later part is like 35, 40, or after 25. It depends upon his transits and dasa system, that also play important role. So what I'm saying that first house is your general strength of the horoscope. If any house is weak, in this example second house is weak because he is born in poor family or middle class whatever, but he will become a billionaire because his first house is very strong. Of course we need to check his 11th, 5th or other houses which rules uh, money, but generally if first house is strong, if any other house is weak, then it will nullify at least 10 percentage, at least 10 percentage. If other houses are also supporting first house, and if only, for example, second house is weak and first house is very strong, and other houses like 5th, 11th, um, 10th, 9th, these houses are very strong, then person will be billionaire. If those houses are not strong, at least he will reach more than what they, he will earn what more than what his family have. So hope you understood. Another important point about first house is, this is very important point. First house rules, first house also will tell you how your marriage life will be also, because first house is seventh from the seventh house, seventh from the seventh house, that is bhavat bhava. If you know about bhavat bhava concept, you will understand this thing. See, if you observe very carefully, whenever the individual going to get married, he or she will check about spouse, money matters, family matters, career, character, etc. Including that, they will check one thing, that is how they looks, which represented by first house. And as I told you, first house also health. So uh, whenever when you check your future spouse horoscope, you should check first house also. That's my advice. So so that is the practical way of explaining which I did, that first house rules your physical body, so that every individual, most 90% individual, they consider structure of body, or else I would say how they look, physical appearance also. At least 60% as people, they consider future spouse looks. Of course that is not that much priority for some people. At least it is not least priority, they at least they will give least priority, right? So that is the reason I consider first house for marriage life also. Okay, and last thing is common sense or general intelligence. See, if you observe, some people will say the particular, they will address some particular individual as a he don't have common sense, and they will address another person as a he's a gentleman. The difference will tell you by your first house. So if first house is weak, the individual may not have common sense. Why? The reason is, as like marriage example I told you, the Bhavat concept, seventh from the seventh house is first house. What is seventh house? Seventh house is not only your spouse or marriage life, it is also your public life, how you interact in the public life. It is a reflection. You first house is you, and seventh house is reflection. So if first how you react in the public, how you react with your neighbors, how you react in the public platforms like shopping malls, and your career environment, job environment, your business, etc., that also depends upon your first house also. Okay, so that is also represented by your first house. So these are about important things about first house. Hope you understood. Thanks for watching this video.